hobby, you do what? Spend money. So you can treat this like a business or a hobby. So let's talk about how you treat it as a business. To be successful, trading is essential. This is a business, so I will return your call if you return mine. In other words, think of it as a tennis match. Okay, I hit over the ball, you hit it back. I hit it over, you hit it back. And then this is a business, commit to our motto, never give up. This is true not just in Mary Kay, but in life. I was talking to one of my very successful customers one evening, and she is a marketing person, like a vice president of her company. And I said, what would you say is the difference between successful people and not successful people? You know, the only thing she said was persistence. If you persist and never give up, you too will be successful. Okay, so new consultant training is this, A-E-I-O-N-U. Take yourself back to grade school. Those are vowels. You guys remember that? A-E-I-O-N-U. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how to incorporate this into your Mary Kay business. A stands for attitude. And what I would talk about here is affirmations. Sometimes we think they're hokey or cheesy, but an affirmation is a positive statement about yourself. My first affirmation when I started Mary Kay was, I am never going to stop till I make it to the top, Nikki Hill. It was something positive about myself that I stated every single day. You can write it in lipstick on your mirror. And I would recommend these two books, whether you're new or you're a seasoned consultant. They change your brain about how you think. One is called Go for No. It's the story of a salesperson who tried to make it to the top, and he just didn't understand why people were successful and he wasn't. And what he found is that the people that were successful in his organization got the most yeses because they got the most no's. So it's a different concept. So it's okay if somebody tells you no. They're going to say no, thank you. You know, think of this analogy. I'm a flight attendant, and I walk down, and I would be like, Amy, would you like a Diet Coke? Well, no, okay. Jen, would you like a Diet Coke? Yes, okay. Well, I got 1 out of 2 said yes. Am I going to go to the back of the plane and cry because somebody said no to me about a Diet Coke? No, the same is true in our business. And that's what these books teach you, that no's are okay. They get you closer to the yeses. The only reason I have these diamond bar pins on me is because I've gotten more no's than you. That's the truth. The other book is by Andy Andrews, and it's called The Traveler's Gift. And it teaches you to make no excuses, that the buck stops here. It teaches you to think about affirmations and how you should live your life and not make excuses, to own your excuses. Because what I found is when I blame somebody else for my success or not my success, then it's on them. You know, if I blame my husband, then it's his fault, right? If I blame my kids, then it's their fault. But you know what? You need to take ownership of your business. This is your business. This is your starter kit. This is your dream. Okay. Also with this, you want to show up to everything with attitude. Show up to everything. Show up to weekly sales meetings. Mary Kay always said that if you have a great meeting, the meeting needs you. And if you have a if you have a great week, the meeting needs you. If you don't have a great week, you need the meeting. Do you guys agree? There are 3 big events besides sales meetings that we have each year. One is our fall retreat. So you always want to check with your director when that is. Another one is career conference. This is usually in the month of March at a local city. And then our other big event is seminar. And that's always in Dallas, Texas, usually in July. So you want to check those events out on InTouch. You can see all those. It even tells you how much it costs. And seminar, you know what, if you say $50 a month, starting in July or August, you will have enough money to go. And it is so, so worth it. You must fill up to pour out. The other place where you can fill up is on our area app. And so here it is. It's only 99 cents. It has all the events on there where you can register for events that we have going on. It has training. It will have these videos on there. You can send out invitations, meeting locations, a message from our national, calendars and newsletter. And all you do is search for Gelzer National Area and you will have it on your phone. So that's where everything will be at your fingertips along with the Mary Kay InTouch. A also stands for activity. As a brand new beauty consultant, you want to focus on seeing 30 faces in 30 days, earn this beautiful pink ice ring, and focus on sharing the opportunity with at least 6 women. 6 women. You can do fast fun facts. You can do marketing calls with your sales director. You can bring them to your local sales meetings. You can earn your pearls of sharing. That's what we call it in Mary Kay. With 3 career chats, it's earrings. With 6 career chats, it's earrings and a bracelet. And the goal is, which I'm going to explain later, is to build your business by selling and recruiting. That's how we make our money in Mary Kay. Once you've graduated from this, you want to go on to the perfect track. And we have the perfect 3, the perfect 6, the perfect 10, and the perfect 15. These are great tracks to run on, which incorporate sales, career chats, and faces, which we call in Mary Kay working full circle. When you work a party and you see faces, you share the opportunity, you sell the product, you book a follow-up, you're working a full circle party. That's what Mary Kay would call working smart, not hard. And this, along with the tracking sheet, is in that app. Prizes will change monthly, so check that out with your sales director. E stands for ethics. Ethics. There are 2 great books that I would recommend. One comes in your Mary Kay starter kit. It is the Mary Kay autobiography. If you haven't read it, do so. The other one is the Mary Kay Way. It is incredible. You can order it on section 2 at times or just get it from Amazon. And ethics with Mary Kay, we're not in competition with each other. And we don't want to steal customers from other people. So if I run into somebody and I'm like, oh, do you like Mary Kay? And she says, yes. My first question is, who's your consultant? And you know what I do is I label all my products with my stickers. I actually put my business cards on magnets so that my customers never lose me. And I've been building my business for 17 years and I still have customers to this day because my magnet is on their fridge. So if you want your customers to know you, put yourself in their space as much as possible. Because if I also meet somebody, she says, oh, I love Mary Kay, but I don't know who my consultant is, you can service her. If she doesn't remember who her consultant is or needs somebody, Mary Kay would want you to service that person. And if you ever have a conflict, just speak directly with your director and she can help you resolve it. So that's ethics. I, AEI is our next one. I stands for image. Now before Mary Kay, I was a tomboy and I didn't wear a lot of dresses. And so I'm going to explain to you why image is important. Now, I would never tell a grown woman what to wear. But let me give you an example. I'm wearing a sales director's suit right now. If I walked into a department store, and you guys can shop this out, what do you think somebody would open the door for me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all said yes, okay. What if I wore a baseball cap, a t-shirt, and ripped jeans? Not as much, okay. So a lot of times, you guys, this demands just a little bit more respect, but also as a woman, how you dress says a lot about your confidence. So when I was a brand new consultant, I remember 17 years ago, I went to my first sales meeting in skirts. Do you know what those are? Okay, not many people do these days. And so I went and bought my first suit. Now let me paint the picture. It was teal, like light baby blue, velour. It belted. It was a long skirt, and it has shoulder pads. But you know what? It was not pretty. And I think my husband even mentioned that it wasn't pretty, but it made me feel like $1,000,000. And then after that, because I just felt that confidence with dressing up, I simply bought a black skirt, and I wore it to every single sales meeting, every single appointment. It was my Mary Kay uniform. And I kind of thought that it was kind of like dating. You know, when you like somebody, you dress up for them. Well, I remember one day a customer came by and I dressed up in my Mary Kay attire for her. And I actually remember she came in and she said, did you dress up for me? So you guys, how you also dress gives an impression on the people that you're in front of. And also, I'll be honest like this, women, we size each other up and down. When a woman walks into the room, you check her out. Okay, we all do it, correct? When you wear pants, you can check each other out more so than if you have a dress or a skirt on. Okay, you can't really see the body image. So in other words, I don't want to walk into a Mary Kay party and have people feel intimidated if they're checking me out. I just want to walk in and make it all about them. So that's what that is. Okay, all right, next you guys, image. Inventory, another I. This is a great visual. This is actually from MK Connections. Inventory is not optional, and neither are these totes, but they're insulated bags. And I just wanted to give you a visual of inventory because I know that when I started, I thought, where am I going to put all this? And I've also moved and I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment and things. And so I really wanted to be able to transport my product. I started when my daughter was 4 months old. And so one of the reasons I started with inventory is because I wanted to be able to go to a party, get the product out of my trunk, and be done. Okay, I wanted to save time, I wanted to save energy, and I also wanted to sell more. I remember my husband saying, if you have the product on hand, people might actually buy it from you. Because a lot of us have never sold anything, which is actually a blessing. Because if you sold something, you were trained by another sales force. I love it that a lot of us have never sold anything because we're trained the Mary Kay way. We're trained not to sell, but to share the product. Now, inventory, there's a 90% buyback guarantee. That also helped me to make a business decision. I also got enough inventory on my shelf based on my goals to supply my customers with as much product as they needed in the month. And I'm gonna go over that in a little bit. But I wanted to increase my sales, I wanted to save time, and I'm very emotional about money. But Mary Kay, you guys, I want you to think about this. Inventory is an investment, it's not a debt. And this is sometimes where we need to change our brain in a business setting. A debt is when I buy a car, and immediately when I drive it off the lot, it decreases by almost 50% of its value. I have bought a new truck before. Driving it off the lot, I lost 50%. So when I invested in inventory, we looked at it as an investment. Where can I invest $1 and make 2? You guys, my mutual funds don't do that. My house doesn't make 50%. Where else can you make that kind of investment? And if it's also an investment in you. And then if you decide you don't want to do it, you can send it back and get 90% back of what you paid and keep all the free product in the process. So with Mary Kay, it's like a win-win situation when you have product on hand. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me give you a visual of what inventory is. The first package that you can start with where you get free product from the company is a 600 wholesale. I want to show you this. This is a filled travel roll-up bag, filled with most of our popular sets that we sell, and we have a set sheet that you can find on the app. And so a 600 wholesale, if you look at that screen, is approximately 3 travel roll-up bags filled with product. So if you start your business and you're going to hold one party of 3 people, you're going to sell it, or most likely at least have enough product to give people some of the things that they want at that party with a 600 wholesale. It's worth $1,200 retail, and then you get free product from the company. The next inventory is a 1,200 wholesale, and this is equivalent to approximately 6 travel roll-up bags, just to give you that visual. So if you had a party of 6 people and you laid out a travel roll-up bag, that would be, enough inventory for you to carry. The next level is what we call Star Consultant level. This is an 1,800 wholesale. This is where you would fill about 9 travel roll-up bags, and your sales director does help customize your inventory orders with you. We don't just call the company. We know what sells. We want you to be set up for success. Okay, we want you to have products on hand that you can sell. So this is a place where you also get prizes from the company, Sapphire Star level. You also can get website hits if you have a website. So this is a great place to start. This is actually probably where most consultants do start their businesses. But based on your goals, you're going to talk to your director about which inventory package is best for you. Going up, the 2,400 wholesale order. This is a Ruby Star, so better prizes. And if you count up the roll-up bags, 12 travel roll-up bags is approximately what this wholesale order would get you. And then you move up to 3,000 wholesale, Diamond Star, and a 3,600 wholesale, which we consider a full store as an Emerald Star, about 18 travel roll-up bags. So just to take some fear away too, if you were going for your power start, your 30 faces in 30 days, and you got a 3,600 with 18 filled roll-up bags, you would probably sell it. Isn't that exciting? Okay, just to give you that visual. All right, so let's move on. Organization. Okay, I must share this. When I started Mary Kay, I earned my first car in 18 months and became a sales director. So I'm going to teach you how to be organized in Mary Kay, but I'm going to also show you how I earned a car, became a sales director, with being the most disorganized person in the universe. You ready? I have to show this first to them. This is a picture of my office. It was a bedroom, and I would just throw things in. I would throw things on the floor, and this was my inventory in boxes and kind of on shelves, not really. I had zero organizational skills. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you is very simple. It will help you in your life. It's awesome. When you get your Mary Kay starter kit, and you all can laugh, you can, and actually my husband, he would go in and organize my office, and I would get very mad because it was an organized mess. I knew where everything was, even though it was all on the floor and thrown around. Don't touch my stuff. Okay, but now I'm very organized so that you can, because sometimes if you don't have an organized brain, you can't work. And so I just want to teach you some tips. First off, you have a great date book that comes in your starter kit. I also tend to put things in binders because that's what I found. If you have stacks of things, that's not organized, okay? Horizontal is bad, vertical is good. Remember that. I also keep a notebook for every month of the year. So I do like my 6 most important lists, I do all my grocery lists, everything goes into this notebook. And then how I stay so organized is I actually go and I buy 4 accordion file folders like this for every year that I'm in Mary Kay. One accordion file folder is going to be my income. So you're gonna label that probably the months of the year and put in your sales tickets, your weekly accomplishment sheets. You can also do those online. But that way you have a record of your. The other one, you can actually alphabetize and put your profile cards in them. Okay, and we're talking about profile cards in a little bit. But the other one, you can actually put all your expenses in. And you can actually do a search on the InTouch website for the tax labels. So just tax labels, put it into the search button, and you can just print off the labels and just label them. Super easy. It tells you everything you can deduct, or you can just do a search for taxes and it will tell you everything you can deduct in Mary Kay. I love it. When you own your own business, you actually get to keep more of your money. Isn't that exciting? So demos are deductible, personal use products, so many things that you do for your business are deductible. And then the other accordion file folder I use, so 4 of them, I use for personal, like maybe you have a car payment or mortgage, things like that. So if I were to ever get audited, I can just hand them my 4 accordion file folders for the year. And at the end of the year, you can do a search on InTouch about this, but for taxes, you take your income versus your outcome. And we'll talk more about that when we do money management training. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so let's talk about customers for a little bit. What do you do with those customer profiles? I keep them, but you can also enter them into My Customers, which is online on your InTouch website. You can enter in all that information so that they can even get reminders from the company when they run out of product. Birthdays, anniversaries, you want to be the best consultant. Remember what I said, you want to be that consultant that when somebody comes up to your customer, they know your name. Okay, you can also then through My Customers, put your customers into preferred customer program. That allows the company to send them a catalog every quarter. We have 4 quarters in the year, summer, fall, winter, and spring, where we have new lookbooks that come out. And then if you put your customers into the preferred customer program, you just pay them 70 cents a name. And you can turn that off, teacher, just turn off my phone. Okay. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. I don't know why. Okay, so that's also under organization. Okay, there's also tracking sheets that you can find on the Gelzer National Area app. And then, weekly plan sheets. This is last with organization. This you can also do a search for on InTouch. A weekly plan sheet, because you own your own business, is you are your boss, you are the employee. So sometimes women or men struggle with, how do I manage my time? Well, you get to manage your time. It's not managed for you. So at the beginning of the week, I print off a weekly plan sheet, or you can use your date book or your notebook, and I map out what I want to accomplish that week. And I map it out hour by hour. And then I use my notebook, and before I go to bed, I write down my 6 most important lists of things that I want to accomplish. And no matter what your personality, this is a great way to manage your time. Because if you don't block out time for Mary Kay, guess what? You don't do it. You just don't do it. So blocking out that time is so important. And if you're working this business to earn a car, become a sales director, I recommend a 4-hour plan. It works great. You divide your day, 4 hours. It can be, late at night, early in the morning, 1 hour there, 1 hour there. 1 hour you spend booking appointments. 1 hour you spend selling the product. 1 hour is team building. And 1 hour is coaching. If you don't have anything on your books, you might just want to spend 4 hours booking. or getting leads to get bookings, and then you go from there. But a 4-hour plan, you can even condense it if you want to work your business part-time, 2-hour plan, but a half an hour on each thing. And if you're disciplined, Mary Kay always said that success lies in your daily discipline. So organization is about being disciplined. Even though I had a messy office, I was still daily disciplined to do my income producing activities, which are booking, coaching, selling, and team building. Those are the things that make you money. And if the other things, kind of clog your brain, you can hire some help. I even hired, to get my office organized, I hired an 8th grader to come in and do all those things for me. $5 an hour. And I paid her a product. So guess what? It was like slave labor. $2.50 an hour. How bad is that? Okay, so AEIO, and we have opportunity. We're still not done with O. So the opportunity in Mary Kay is this. We make 50% of what we sell. So think of this business as rowing a boat, okay? If you just sell the product and you're rowing with your right arm, what's gonna happen? Go in circles, okay? If you're just recruiting and you're rowing the boat with your left arm, what's gonna happen? Circles. What happens if you row both arms? You go forward. So we've talked a lot about sales. We make 50% of what we sell. Now I'm going to teach you how you make more money by recruiting as well, okay? So we're going to have some volunteers come on up front. And actually, I probably just have one volunteer at a time because of our screen. So 50% all consultants make. But as you move up the career path, you're going to recruit people, 1 to 2 team members. Miss Darwa is going to come on down, and she is going to be my fabulous senior consultant. Woo! You guys want to applaud for her? Okay, and she has the new beauty coat on. That is beautiful. Okay, very professional. Build your confidence. Okay, so marketing plan. You're a senior consultant. How many active team members do you have as a senior consultant?
At least one.
At least one. Very good. And do you know what kind of commission you make?
4%.
Excellent. So let's have an example. Darwin just recruited her first person. She came in with a star order of $1,800 wholesale. Darwa is going to make a $72 commission check, 4% commission of that, on the 15th of the following month. Are you so excited?
I'm so excited.
She's so excited. Okay, give her a huge round of applause. Thank you, Miss Senior Consultant. Yay. So 50% plus $72. That's pretty fun, isn't it? I remember my first senior check was $24 back in the day. So depending upon what your team members order, you get paid for mentoring them. The goal is that we don't recruit people and say, go figure it out, right? You get paid for spending time with them. You get paid for answering their questions. You get paid for encouraging them. So you do get paid from the company. None of that comes from them. Okay, so moving up, we have our next level in Mary Kay, and this is a red jacket. So we have Miss Jen. Come on down, give her a round of applause. Yay! I'm quizzing you guys. Okay, so how many active team members does a red jacket have?
3 to 4.
And what does an active team member mean?
That they put in a 225 order, they can get their 50% discount, and hopefully they're actively selling the product.
Excellent. So you're going to make still 4% commission, but after 3 people, you earn this fabulous red jacket, which styles change often. Okay, she's also wearing her Star Consultant pin. So as a Star Consultant, you also get jewelry. But what happens is if you have more than 3 team members, Jen, and your team member comes in qualified, so if they come with a $600 wholesale order or more, you get a bonus. Do you know what that bonus is?
Is it $50?
It is $50. Give her a round of applause. Good job, my dear. You are done. Okay. All right, moving up. This is where you get a big pay raise. It jumps from 4% to 9 or 13%. Okay, so we have Miss Letitia up here. Woo! Okay, she is a team leader, still the red jacket attire. Okay. But there's so many things that happen at this level. Do you know all the perks that you get as a team leader?
The team building bonus, what would that be? $50.
Excellent. So just like a red jacket, so after 3 people, you get a $50 team building bonus if somebody comes in qualified, 600 wholesale or more. Do you know why it's 9 or 13%? Could you explain that?
That also is based on whether or not your team members are qualified. If they're active, You, of course, have 5 to 7 team members as long as they're all active. If any of them are qualified, and you are qualified, I believe you get a 13%.
No, but I'm glad you mentioned that because this is where a lot of consultants get confused on the marketing plan. So, no, this is okay. So I'm gonna explain it, and I'm gonna have you repeat it so you know what it is. Okay. I'm gonna explain 13% check first. There's 2 criteria to receive a 13% check, and this is the same as sales directors. This is the same once you hit team leader on up the marketing plan. As long as you have 5 personals ordering in the month, a 225 wholesale or more, and you yourself, so it has actually nothing to do with qualified, it's just 5 ordering. So 5 ordering consultants, and you yourself place a 600 wholesale, which puts you on target to be a star consultant every quarter. They reward you for having 5 ordering and a 600 personal order going in. Then whatever your team has done in production, Mary Kay pays you 13% of that. Okay, so say that you have somebody, ordering 1,800. Okay, another person ordered 1,800, another person ordered 600, another person ordered 600, another person ordered 225. That's 5 people. So you would add up all that production, multiply it by 13%, and that's your paycheck. If either of those criteria aren't met, so you don't place a 600, or you don't have 5 ordering, you make how much? 9%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you still get the $50 team building bonus if they come in qualified. Excellent. Now stay here. Now think about those 5 orders that went in. If you add that up, including your own, and you hit how much wholesale, you can go on target for a free car. $5,000. Exactly. Okay, and there's a picture of that on the screen right here. So with just 5 team members, this is a magical moment in your career. You can go on target for a free car. Isn't that exciting?
That's very
Okay, give her a round of applause. Good job. Good job. Okay, the marketing plan doesn't really change a whole lot at the next level. Future director. Who's my future director in the house? Okay, so this person, still a red jacket, uniform doesn't change. So come over here, Miss Sarah. And you have 8 to 9 active team members. Okay, what's your commission at this level?
9% or 13%.
Very good. And do you understand how you make one or the other? Repeat that really quickly for everybody.
5 over 225 orders from your team, and then you personally have to order a 600
To get what kind of commission?
to get 13%.
Excellent. And then if anything else, either of those 2 aren't met, you make how much?
9%.
Very good. Do you still get a $50 team building bonus for a qualified team member at this level?
Yes.
Very good. Can you still go on target for a car?
Yes.
Yeah, anybody over 5. Anybody who has 5 or more team members can go on target for a free car if they have at least 5 people active and 5,000 wholesale. Good job, Miss Feature Director. Give her a round of applause. Okay, we're learning this. Okay, and next is DIQ, Director in Qualification. They have the same uniform, red jacket, but they get a fancy scarf, which changes often. So who knows what the scarf is right now? I think it's black or white. But Miss Kelly Blue, how many active team members do you have on your team to be a Director in Qualification?
10.
Woohoo! What kind of commissions are you making?
9 to 13%.
Very good. Do you and any team building bonuses?
$50.
Excellent. What is the difference though? Now you're a Director in Qualification. So all these 10 people are your personal recruits, but what magically happens right now so that you can become a sales director?
When my recruits recruit their own team members, they actually count towards my team as a director.
Very good. And how many people do you need to become a sales director?
24.
Very good. And how many of those 24 need to be qualified team members?
10.
Very good. Okay. Awesome. And stay up here because I just want to explain this really quickly. You can earn a car, become a sales director as fast or as slow as you want. That's what's so cool. You can go from 0 to 10 team members in 1 month. You know, maybe you have just 10 friends that want to join your team. But how this works is to earn a free car in Mary Kay, you go from those 5 people. So we're just going to say that you just earned a car. Okay. Woo! She's a car driver. And then you're going into DIQ. Okay. So you had 5 people. You went from 5 people and 5,000 wholesale to 14 people and 20,000 in 1 to 4 months. You just earned your first free car in Mary Kay. Do you know that they pay 85% of your insurance, tax, title, and license? And then every other year you can qualify for another car. You so excited?
So excited.
Yay! Okay, give Kelly a huge round of applause. So she's a DIQ, and then the next career path is sales director. Woo! Okay, so pictures of different cars. As a sales director, you can earn different cars. And so tell everybody your name. Lori. Okay, awesome. So you became a consultant, senior consultant, red jacket, team leader, future director, DIQ, and now a sales director. Lori, do you know that your commissions triple?
Yeah.
You know that? You don't? Okay, I'm gonna tell her, because this is what's so exciting, is that you were making 4% for a little bit, and then 9 or 13%. Now as a director, how many personal team members would you want to have on your team? You have to finish with 24, but you know, you blew it out of the water. So how many personal recruits would you like to have on your team?
36.
36, I love it. Okay, so Lori has 36 personal recruits in her unit. Let's say that your unit is 50. You finish fabulous 50s, where you get a $1,000 bonus. Do you guys know that as sales directors, you get bonuses, bonuses, bonuses? Amazing. So on your 36 personal recruits, and it says this on the screen, you're going to make 26% of everything that they ordered in the month for mentoring them. You make a 13% on all 50.
In addition to the 26?
No, it's actually 13%. That's a great question. 13% on everybody. Another 13 on your personals. Plus bonuses. So you no longer get a $50 team building bonus for personal recruiting. You get a, do you know this?
$100 bonus.
$100 bonus. And they give you more bonuses for red jackets on your team. They give you just bonuses. They give you a 10% unit value bonus. They give us wellness bonuses. You get car bonuses, but when you earn a new Cadillac, you get a $1,000 bonus. They have different tracks for new directors to run on where, you know, you can finish on the move, fabulous 50s, and you earn a $1,000 bonus. So it's just money upon money. Now, have you ever been in a job where they had to downsize?
Yes.
In Mary Kay, they've never downsized in 51 years. Do you know how they increase our productivity? They give us more money. They give us more prizes. They give us more incentives. That is unheard of in the real world. Okay, when you get, now pretend you're a brand new consultant and you just got your first Applause magazine in the mail. You see all these names in the back of the Applause and you have no idea what this is about. Well, guess what? These are all the top director checks, and they state our commission checks in the Applause magazine along with national sales directors, because they want you to know that people in Mary Kay make money. So, can you read what one of my commission checks was in April 2014?
$13,080.
And that is just from building my team, from mentoring my team, not including the 50% that you make on sales. There's no glass ceiling. You can make as much or as little as you want. Like I said before, you can become a brand new consultant and become a DIQ and a sales director as fast or as slow as you want. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. All right, give Miss Lori a huge round of applause. Yay! Okay, and more cars. And you can take cash. So let's review. Senior consultant, 4%. Red jackets, 4%. Team building bonus after 3. With a qualified recruit. Team leader, commission jumps, 9 or 13%. Future director has 8 to 9 active team members. A DIQ has 10. And a director has 24 team members. And so let's just say that if you're a brand new consultant, I would make a list of everybody that you know with skin. You want them to be a part of your 30 faces in 30 days. And why not share the Mary Kay opportunity with every single person that you know, because you never know if they're going to say yes. Just think about this. Where would you be today if somebody had not asked you to sell Mary Kay? All right, and the last letter in our vowels, A, E, I, O, and U, is obviously why not you? Why not you? If you look at this picture, and you can look around the room and you can look at pictures on Facebook of all the unit members in your area, you know that everybody looks different. You know, we're different sizes, we're different colors, we have different backgrounds, some of us have degrees, some of us don't have degrees. It doesn't matter, right? If you have a great attitude, Mary Kay always said, you can do almost anything wrong with the great attitude and it will be right. So what you guys want to do right now is take these vowels, put them into action, but remember that you can go as fast or as slow as you want in Mary Kay. And so thank you so much. This is our Getting Started and Organized live chat. And if you have any questions, please call your director and make sure to Voxer her afterwards and let her know 3 things that you learned from your first new consultant training.